Hello. Today is the 29th of January 2021, and pardon me, I had a oh goodness, allergies are I got a tickle, sorry. Anyway, I'm going to read on Putin's health. Somebody forgive me for not recalling your name, but somebody on my channel asked about Putin's health, that they had heard that his health wasn't so great, that he might be ill. So I thought I'd take a quick looky-loo, and I am using the Al-Karinga, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, Oracle deck. Again, it's a very cool deck. I've mentioned it before. I highly recommend it. Okay, so we're going to try with this deck first, and I have a few assortments of decks around me just in case. Sometimes you have to find the right deck. You really do, with the readings. So always have a few around, right? Darn. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. So I'm going to dial into Putin's energy, or I think I'll go through the universe. Let them kind of be my buffer. Went to ask Spirit if they will help me and all of us by revealing to us what we need to know about Vladimir Putin's health. Does he have a serious health issue right now? Or will he? That's a good question. Okay. Okay, so Vladimir Putin, does he have an illness, or will he? There is rumor of his poor health or being ill, and I ask the universe and our spiritual helpers, mine, to help me to interpret these symbols and use my intuition accurately. Okay, let's see what we get. Illusion. Again, I'm reading in pairs. Let's see what we get. And conflict. Okay, I can only tell you what I first just... and all my pillows are shifting because this has a very slidey cover. Sorry. But if you see your tarot reader sliding off the bed, call 911. Sorry, you guys, but I'm slipping and a sliding. And I've got a princess of pillows here. I have to get, because I need the neck support. It's cray, my setup. Thank you for being patient. Much better. Okay, so one of the first things that kind of popped out at me with the illusion and conflict card, and it's something that occurred to me before, that he is beginning to lose his hold And there's going to be more and more events that come to pass that are, and the image I keep getting with him is his hold is being pried away. And with events like with Navalny now, this has been going on for some time, and the news is only recent. Well, it's always covered it, but it's always been overshadowed by other stuff, like the moron that used to be in office. So I believe we could be seeing here division within the government there. I do feel like there are people that are countering his misinformation and disinformation about himself. That's to say, I feel like somebody's turning it around on him. And because they know his thing about being macho and having to play up that over testosterone type of male. It's just silly. So right there, he lets you know, hey, here's my weak point. I'm actually very insecure. That's why I'm making these pictures like this. So my feeling is that it, and I'll look some more, but I feel like it's addressing that this is part of another force that has power, that is seeking to, expose him and play him at his own game a bit. Because there's not just him sitting there. He's getting some challenge from within. And he's the king of gaslighting. So I feel like somebody's decided to turn this back toward him. At least with leaking or putting out misinformation, it may not be true, disinformation, just to wind him up. That is very clear. And there may be some truth in it, but it might be a little distorted. Let's pull another couple cards. We get the chasing, and this is about somebody that's really aggressively now just focused on running after what they want. And the maze. That's interesting. Somebody wants to play games back with him. I definitely get that. They want him to chase after them. This is all part of something I think much bigger with that maze. Let's check up, though, on that card, because that's one in this deck that I haven't really seen pop up before, and I haven't really read up on it. So I hope you can somehow see that. Okay. Well, generally indicates confusion. What did I tell you? That misinformation, disinformation stuff. That's really how they like part of how they attack, and part of basically war now. So generally indicates confusion, a lack of direction, or overwhelming number of possibilities. Unlike a labyrinth, I didn't know this, okay, but unlike a labyrinth, a maze has a number of exits, entrances, and dead ends. So, that's very interesting. And it can indicate the outcome of a situation has many possibilities. It requires mental focus, clarity, and patience. So yes, I feel that someone is out there where, in regard to this allegation that he is not well, and they are also, I think, outing this. Now, this is interesting too when I look at the illusion card. And this is why it's always good to, at some point when you buy a deck, read the booklet that comes with it. So the illusion card right here is, this is interesting, facing the false image. Public versus private persona. So his public persona is all health and, like we are saying, Mr. Shirtless Dude on the horse. But privately, it's a quite different situation. And someone's beginning to leak more of his personal info. I did see, but I haven't watched, there was something about the palace. Yes, it's been known that he owns the palace. Putin is probably the richest man in the world. At least one of the top. So this indicates there's yet still an open end to this. Somebody has initiated a disinformation campaign against him. And against, basically, like I said, turn the tables on him. And he's not liking it one little bit. You can tell by this. I feel like he's going to try to chase it possibly also down, who is behind this. You can bet, because he's so delicate, he cannot stand it. His ego is so fragile. That's why he has to go around poisoning people, and anyway. I get this feeling that his efforts to determine who is putting out and leaking these bits of information, he's just not going to be able to concretely, I feel like, figure it out. And I feel like he really him. He really wants to know so that he can arrange a little accident or something, I'm sure. So that is one of the more important things, and this is the second time we've kind of been told that with the tarot. We got told that yesterday too during the live readings, and I think the reading I did on Navalny afterward. It's interesting that, you've always got to... I'm looking for my lotion. My hands are so dry. Sorry, guys, but, I cannot tolerate chapped lips or dry skin. it just, I can feel it and it makes me crazy. I like this lotion, this light oil. It's not like an oil, it's gonna, like a lot of them do. They're just too saturated. It's just perfect. That's better. All right. It's called Lily, Lily. If you're curious, by O Botanicano. I'm sure I butchered that, and I'm sorry. Now back to Putin. Now, see, I've always felt that he does have a bit of a sickly nature. And I think it goes back to childhood. Now, I do think this year, respiratory-wise, has been more difficult for him. And he's terrified. The one thing I think that he and Trump have in common is that they're both terrified as being shown as emasculated in any way. And yet they give it away because they try too hard with this ridiculousness. It's like that certain lack of self-awareness. Animal spirits. Okay, that's another one I need to take a peek at. This is under illusion. This is about whether or not Putin, there's a rumor that he's ill. And I see it as part as somebody turning the tables on him with the gaslighting and bits of truth wangled in probably with something else. And some of it, I think, would just be complete. Like if we get the sun, just want to make sure you can get that. And I'm so sorry if that makes any unpleasant noise. Stuck. The elements. Okay. Well, let's take a look, you guys. Animal spirits is 45. I appreciate your patience while I develop rapport with this deck that I love so much. Animal spirits. This card pertains to all spirits. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to think, okay, well, how would that pertain to this? Okay. But anyway, let's shut up, Maya, and carry on. If this card comes up in your spread, pay attention to any animals that may appear in your dreams or throughout the day. These may be guides trying to give you further insight, protection, or to let you know that it is time for you to embody the changes they represent. This is not exclusive to animals, but to any type of guide that keeps appearing in your daily life. Well, I think this definitely has to do with his daily life, and I think that time for you to embody the energies they represent. Well, I feel like he's definitely not listening to his own guides. I don't think he has for some time. And he's kind of been stuck in his own illusion, his own universe that he's created. But what's interesting is this second line, where we have, so we look vertically, here's illusion, here's animal spirits, and inspiration, stuck elements, maze. He's just getting something now. Let me just look at elements. 20. Primal forces. These are energies that they're talking about that are much bigger than him, that I think that will affect his health. Primal forces that shape the world, related to dreams of natural disasters such as earthquakes, fires, hurricanes, and floods. Which element is powerful in the dream? Is it something out of balance, such as a flood, representing an overwhelming amount of emotion? Is something in need of cultivation? Is it a power you are not drawing on? Depending on how they manifest, reflect on how you are being asked to draw upon or rebalance your elemental forces. So I really feel like the universe, just like with Trump, is saying this is your last opportunity to get in alignment with where you should be, because you're not with the illusion. That's all the illusion that ego gives, that power is money and wealth. That's ego power. That's not real power. It's a temporary power. It's not everlasting power. So all these people have been stuck on the quick grab for earthly power, not been paying attention to their, I feel like, spiritual counterparts, actually, at loggerheads. Look at that. Didn't think about that. You get conflict, and I feel like it's wanting to indicate to us also that he's not listening to, he's shutting out his guides and preferring his own version of reality. He's really closed off. And there's a conflict for them to get through to him. That he's stuck. And he needs to make choices. He won't pay attention to them. I feel like they're trying to warn him, but he's off doing what he always does, which is being a petty tyrant. And I think stuck is pretty self-explanatory. It's just he's not ever gotten out of this pattern. And I feel like they're trying to warn him of it. That there's greater powers that are coming in that will affect him. But I believe he's pretty obstinate and just ignores them and tries to chase after what he wants. I feel also, yes, the illness thing is the disinformation also being flung back out at him. And I think also, just think of all the spirits that just occurred to me of the people that he has caused to pass. He's made a trap for himself, according to these cards, with the position of power he's tried to cement himself in. And it shows him stuck. It shows interesting. This dream usually indicates a message from our subconscious that we need change, movement, and revolution. So he's not able, I just feel like, yeah, he's created this, his dream of being in power has also been his prison. He's also stuck there and stuck chasing after illusions uh, that people turn the tables on him. Spirits are manifesting. This indicates that the power of spirit is manifesting things starting to happen with regard to him. And there's not a damn thing he can do about it here. Again, it's sandwiched between two cards that are speaking to power of spirits that are much more powerful than him, even though he's the leader of Russia. It could be what is causing him some health issues. Also, I think the trouble that's going to unfold, which is I do think the tables will be turned on him. And I do think his health, with the stress of this, and because he keeps it all bottled up, he can't dare show a weakness. And as a leader, you really can't. Give it time. Spirit's acting, but they're letting us know that they're going to do it. It has to follow a certain time window. Then they're controlling that. And abstract, I'll get to that. That there's solutions. There's not just one. I feel like this is showing somebody taking him out of power, imbalance. Yes, he does have some kind of imbalance, and he's stuck with it. So that makes me think it's something, actually this line answers it for me. He's been chasing after it all his life, but stuck. He cannot obtain something that is imbalanced with his health. I don't know what that is. There's some kind of treatment here. Falling. Yeah. And I get the feeling that his health actually probably is not doing great and isn't going to be so wonderful either. I don't see him actually, because this is the future line, and it's talking about time. Now, abstract usually deals with like solutions, mathematical equation, finding solutions to problems. And when I see this confirms to me, this row here, that he's had I think a health issue for a very long time, and he doesn't want it getting out. I think he manages it, but I do believe he does have a problem. And I think that with time, the imbalance that he has gets worse and his health will decline. Falling. So there may be something neurological and respiratory kind of stuff, heart. I don't know why I get that. The gait, the way he walks. I wonder if he doesn't have some kind of neurological issue also. But I see a decline in where his health is concerned. And I see him, yes, he's not happy about people revealing this, but there's nothing he can do about it. It looks like there's a larger force at hand that is going to be, again, exposing these things which he has suppressed and tries to keep hidden. And it's like I get tables being turned on him. The universe is going to turn the tables on him. and he will fall from power. And this imbalance of his, with regard to his health, will grow considerably worse as time wears on. Is something that I feel like there may not necessarily, is something that has to be managed. And I also get paranoia. He's becoming more paranoid. And more trying to think ahead to deal with what's coming for him, because there's problems within his own country. There's going to be more problems with Navalny, and that will put him on even more pressure. Also, don't think for one moment that he will get away with doing what he did to our nation without us playing a very smart, long game back. And I feel loss, yeah. And look at the loss of the teeth, loss of strength. Oh, he fears being humiliated. You guys can see that already, but let me clear this away. So you see there's loss coming. You see he's dealing with conflict now. It's like it's beginning to finally chip away or crack his exterior, you know, crack his hold. And he gets loss, and he gets laughter. And the dream lover is, again, he's got these illusions about himself. And it could also be that there is someone he was wanting to impress and that he is going to lose face. He is going to, it's going to turn, the tables will turn, and the laughter is going to be on him. People are going to be busy, I think, satirizing him, his loss, and becoming more giddy to do so. The maze again. Oh, that was from, I'm sorry. So I'm going to leave that there. Where are we at? Yeah. I do think he does have problems, but I think somebody's messing with him also and revealing his little secrets to wind him up and to get him to act out. Just to wind him up, and it's working. So I do think he has some kind of chronic problem. I've always thought that. And this is something he doesn't want revealed. So there's truth to it. And I actually do see his health further declining with more stress in the future. So I'll see you in the next video. If you appreciated this content, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.